Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Sri Nagi, Ayurveda and Medicine Doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video we are going to talk about curd. And in India we use curd not only as a food material, but we are also using curd as a ingredient for worshipping, for our deities, and it has not only medicinal value, but it also has a lot of cultural value. So curd is a very much part of Indian culture, and almost in all houses all the people eat curd. Curd is a fermented dairy product which has been used for years in almost all Indian houses. The Sanskrit name for this curd is called dadhi. Dadhi is the Sanskrit terminology for curd. So most of the people think like curd, when we eat, its temperature is very low, so it is cooling in potency. But I would like to say, according to Ayurveda, the curd which we eat is hot in potency, and it subsides Vata dosha and also helpful in rhinitis, in diarrhea, in emaciation, in making your digestive fire better, in various kind of stomach problems. If curd has been properly made, then it is also helpful in maintaining the gut bacteria of the digestive tract, and this way it helps to overcome the bloating and indigestion. And most of the people want to know like what is the right time to eat curd, because it is not, if you are keep eating curd it would be beneficial, because in Ayurveda a lot of importance has been given what to eat, when to eat, which season to eat, which season to avoid, and what is the time of eating. So if we go through this principle, the curd is contraindicated in summer, autumn and spring. But the seasons like winter and rainy season, it's advisable that you must have curd, because it is extremely beneficial in these days to eat curd. In addition to this, many things also come into consideration, like with what food items you can eat curd, what are the foods or fruits with which you should never eat curd, like muskmelon, you should not eat curd with muskmelon, or watermelon, because it can cause diarrhea. And the same way, if we go, like in many of my videos also I said, like curd is totally contraindicated at night. According to Ayurveda, when sun is set, and especially night times, if you are eating curd, that will be responsible to generation of toxins or ama, and that is not beneficial for health. It will unnecessarily invite a lot of chronic ailments. Not slow, next day it will start inviting chronic ailments, but eventually if you keep doing it, if you don't change your lifestyle of eating curd at night, then definitely it's not at all beneficial for your health. In Ayurveda, as we know, a lot of importance has been given for food, because Ayurveda believes whatever we eat, that's what we become. And if we focus more on food, then it will yield a lot of benefits regarding health, and especially to overcome these chronic ailments and lifestyle diseases. So Ayurveda has been giving importance for your lifestyle, the way you think, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you eat, the way you choose food, the way you make combinations of food, the way you take care of your health, the way you do yoga, the way you do pranayam. So a lot of these many things comes under lifestyle modification, and because we are losing our roots for ages, and that's why in our generation and today's generation we are landing into various chronic ailments, because the modern researches are saying these diseases which we are suffering these days, like diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, hypertension, all these are mostly lifestyle generated diseases, because the root cause of these diseases exists in our lifestyle. If we change our lifestyle, we will be able to combat these diseases. Because these days our lifestyle is changing, we have a lot of work, we are living in very stressful situations, and it feels like there is no time to pay attention to food. But the thing is, we are lacking in knowledge. If we have knowledge about these things, then definitely people will try to adopt these things in their day-to-day life, and they will make their life better. So regarding with this concept, let's continue with curd. Curd is very important meal in almost all Indian houses. Most of the Indian houses, they use curd as their daily meal. Now the thing come like how to prepare this curd. What is the method, what is the ancient method of preparing this curd, so that if we are eating curd in daily basis, it will yield more and more benefits. And good thing is you can make this curd at your home. It's very easy to make it, but yes, for that you need cow's fresh milk. Because if you are using those packed canned milks that is stored for 1 month, with that milk you cannot make curd. For making curd, you need to have fresh milk from the farm. As we know, curd act as a probiotic for the food. Probiotic are those enzymes which are extremely beneficial for your digestive fire, for your digestion, for making your digestive fire into balance, and it is extremely beneficial to make your digestive system strong. So how we can make this curd is just, there is very simple procedure. You take a milk from the farm, then pasteurize it. You know, you need to boil it in a certain temperature and let it cool down by in a normal temperature, not by putting in refrigerator, but in a room temperature. Let it cool down by itself. Then the lactic acid bacteria, its culture has been added to this milk from which you want to make curd, in order to ferment it, so that the sugar and lactose that is present in the milk, that will get converted into lactic acid. So in this process, there is a decrease in the pH, and which cause the milk protein that is called casein, that got coagulated, and this whole process of coagulating this casein milk protein, we call it curdling. And what is the time it will take to make this curd? It depends on the temperature, like what is the weather around, what kind of atmosphere you have. For example, in summers it takes 6 hours to convert this milk into curd, and in winters sometimes it takes 16 hours to convert this milk into curd. So it depends on the weather conditions around, because you get to know what temperature, what kind of things are needed to make a curd with experience. It is the general protocol that we used to do. I try to put it in words so that people have little bit idea. And you cannot use your like 1 day curd like for a month after you use the same curd for eating. No, you have to prepare it every second day, and the leftover curd, which is like 2-3 spoons of curd, which is leftover curd, this curd you can use as a base for making new curd by adding milk into it. So this is how you can make a curd, but make sure the vessel, every time you are making curd, you need to use new vessel for making curd. It is not like you have put only one vessel for making curd and you are just adding milk into it and it's getting converted into curd. It's not like that. Every time, whenever you are trying to make curd, you always use new vessel, that means new clean vessel, so that it will not contain any kind of germs and hygiene will be properly maintained.